playing in the Reva vs. Reva matchup, and we have the Adjudicator, so we wouldn't mind getting a Koan, and we do. And I think it's pronounced Koan, right? That looks like Koan, so I just want to make sure I'm not messing this up. We're going to trade in the inner focus because we had two inner focuses and only one minion, and that's probably not the place you want to be. I dropped the Adjudicator right away. I could have dropped the Avatar instead, but I think we could play Avatar and then inner focus on our next turn if we want to do that. And I think just using the mana a little bit more efficiently was what we wanted to do. Running into a Jaxi is a little bit unexpected, and unfortunately we don't have great answers for something like a Jaxi because we don't necessarily want to use our um, use our spells killing, the second half of the Jaxi, but we also at some point will have to deal with a ranged minion, and unless we have our own Heartseekers up, we don't have a really mana efficient answer, or card efficient. So we're just going to leave the Jaxi alone and try to kick that problem down the road, and just go for some damage. We wanted to get the value out of the Phoenix Fire and buff our Chakri Avatar. We have a decent sized hand count, a decent sized hand with a good card count. So we're not overly concerned with our board state. Right here, this is a 3-1, so it's very vulnerable, so we might just use this to kill off this mini Jaxi over here, or mini Jax, yep. And we have a few different options in terms of how to remove this Lantern Fox. We'd like our avatar to keep getting bigger because we have so many spells in hand. We have, 3 spells, 4 spells plus Bloodborne spell, so we have a lot of options. So we're going to hold the Lantern Fox in place, and then we are going to use a Phoenix Fire on the mini Jax. So we did clear the Jaxies, and we had to use some of our spells, but we still have 4 cards in hand, and we have a decent sized board. And my opponent plays Dancing Blaze, so I wasn't expecting this. This is a much more mid-range version of Reva than I was used to, so I got caught a little off guard here, as you can probably see. And I play the Zao, and I'm not really sure that was the correct move. Oh no, I don't play it, because the reason I don't play it is because I don't want it just walking into the Lantern Fox and giving them a second Phoenix Fire, letting them get 2 attacks, and I would have had to forego the Heartseeker in order to play the Phoenix Fire and the Zao, and I didn't know if I wanted to do that. So we're kind of getting backed into the corner here, but we do have the Koan ready to go. It's 7 mana, so it's coming down a turn early. So if the board doesn't get super dangerous for us, I think we're just going to aim to drop the Koan. And that's what we do. So we're getting to see it in action. And we just are going to try to play them such that we can prevent her from moving too far, and that we can try to kill off this Primus Shieldmaster pretty soon, because that's able to trade pretty efficiently with Gorehorns. And this is what Gorehorn is, for anyone who's not sure. It has backstab 2. Whenever it attacks, it gains +1/+1, which is pretty cool, because if you backstab and don't take any damage, it will go up to a 4/4, which is pretty nice. We also have Twin Strikes now, which means that we can clear the board relatively efficiently. So they're going to just kill off one of our Gorehorns with each of their minions, but this allows us to be in a position to clear the board with our spells pretty efficiently and still have a decent sized hand, because Twin Strikes will draw us a card. So we don't really care what this hits, because we'll be able to finish anything off with Phoenix Fire. And we'll just run over here. This can't move by the keyboard holder, so that's why we're not moving that. And we're just going to make a little ranged battery over here, and then run up to kill this minion. So I keep the Phoenix Fire in hand. I could have swapped it in hopes of finding another Gorehorn, but I thought it might be better if we had a little bit of removal in case something really crazy comes out. And something a little bit crazy does, Jack's True Sight comes out. So my opponent plays a total of 5 ranged minions this turn. They don't get one in this corner because if the corner is occupied, they just don't get one. It doesn't place it as close to the corner or anything. So we replace it to a Twin Strikes, which is really nice. And we want to kill off this one. This one does matter because we can't attack any of the other ones with our general. So we want to kill that off. And then we're going to just finish the other ones off with our ranged minions, even though they'll trade. We don't really mind that because we're just trying to clear the board and lay down some more Gorehorns. And our life total is at 15, but that isn't super high against a Songhai. So we want to be careful. They do have 3 cards in hand, so there are some types of combos that they could rattle off and put us in a dangerous position. But drawing the inner focus is very good, which means we're likely going to be able to win next turn if they're not able to kill off our Gorehorns. And this positioning is actually pretty good from them. They put it in a position where we can't attack with both our Gorehorns because of the way we position these. And even if you attack with a Gorehorn, it goes up to 4 attacks, so you can't inner focus it after it attacks, which is sort of a weakness. What I could do is run this forward, inner focus, run this over here, and attack with both. But instead I can just play the other Gorehorn. So one of these Gorehorns just ended up not having a huge impact. But we're able to finish off enemy Reva with just a wave of Gorehorns. So this is how the deck works when you play the Cone of Horns. And I think I got it to work a couple more times, so we'll see if we can find any of those.